Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just doing 3 things to pop up.
I've done this in a while. Well, I've actually not done this in like
8.
how many months
9.
now? How many months have we not done this? Or have I not done this? You're talking like,
6.
nah, I'd say just before Christmas. It's about maybe 2 or 3 months. I think it might have been a bit longer than that actually. Might have been like October-ish.
I don't know what I said, about 6.
6 months. Well, this is what returns of Edith Finch. Finally got an out of some foot hack. Remains. Ah, mate. Never mind. We forgot that bit, but we'll add that. We'll edit the title later on. But it's a horror game, from what I've heard. It's something.
It was fine, babe. You just said it.
Same thing, man. It's the same thing. But anyway, we haven't done this for a while. I'm going to edit my YouTube channel and then I will be posting this. At the moment, my YouTube channel is a bit of an...
Pigglety.
Yeah, so it's a bit everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's like... it's all over the place, isn't it? It's got like music, it's got like motivational quotes from the past. And I was always trying to keep them just because I had a lot of views and a lot of engagement from it. But now I've decided that I'm going to use it as just a gaming channel, so I'm going to be getting rid of all that. And then I will be posting this onto my account. I'll be doing a section for Fortnite or for Hack. Now, the death runs are pretty Fortnite most of the time, aren't they? Has been recently some bullshit, keeps freezing me, but most of the time the death runs have been good. So we're going to get into it. This is a bit of a interesting game, so I've heard. We're going to start again. We literally haven't even started the game. It's just I wanted you to get the whole start of it. So this is what is meant to have happened.
Did you look at the family tree?
Yeah. They've all gone, haven't they, apart from Edith Finch? They've all died.
I'm gonna get myself.
I haven't played a walkthrough in about 6 months now. Just been like dead busy, haven't we, really? And there's been a lot of things going on. Right, so we've got some birds, we've got the title, it's pretty cool, got a life, what would you call that, like a rubber dinghy thing? What's that thing there? It's like a little, you throw it out, don't you, if someone's fell into the water.
Yeah.
Don't know what the light for is, but...
I think it is called a rubber dinghy.
Yeah.
The lights for boats don't crash into it.
I thought we had like a more fashionable one. Okay, we got some flowers, so we've just dropped down. Edith Finch. Okay.
They're called lilies.
That's flowers
A
to
lot
me.
of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Okay, so I'm assuming we...
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
So that's where we've come from, I'm assuming, is it? Got a missing poster
My
here.
brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
I like how there's dialogue as you go up to things. And you're in first person, so this is going to be even better. Interesting story so far.
So, is this a horror?
Yeah.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
You know, it's a bit of a weird house there, isn't it? What's this? That stands out. I know that. No, it's a flower, but it stands out to all the other things, doesn't it? Everything's green and then that's suddenly pink. Right, so we've got a wall. We've got some kind of little mailbox.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Yeah, sounds about right, like my TV license from the past. Can we open them? I'm assuming we can't, can we? No? Okay. Oh look, feet, body, interesting. Right,
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
no trespassing. Oh well. Fuck you. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Let's find out what prosecution you've got in
My mother
play.
left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring you back.
Do we go down that way? I'm going this way for now. Be interesting if this is an open world. It's more of these flowers. They stand out, don't they, compared to everything else?
No one
Do you
had driven
think?
this way in a long time, but I saw a few footprints.
Few hoof prints. Can we go under that? Yeah. Awesome. So, we're in a forest. There's a deer. Do we follow it? Can we follow it? No.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
That's a very intriguing house. Creepy like, not gonna lie. That is
Look
the
like
whole...
they've just lumped a load of
The
things
house
on
was
top of
exactly
it,
like
but
I
yeah, that will make
remembered,
it
the way I'd been dreaming about it.
like a weird Lego set.
It looks like, that bit there, it looks like you've built like a Minecraft kind of area. That's obviously a pond. Got a vehicle. Can we go in this vehicle? No. Okay. What about the passenger side? I doubt it. Just want to scope my whole area out before we go to the house. What the hell is that? It's like an interesting item.
I asked my PD once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me even then.
Don't say that can't be real. It's definitely not real, that pal. Right, which way do you want to take? That way or that way? Do you reckon? Left or right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
You don't say. Can only go one way. Ah, fair enough. Thanks for joining the stream.
Well, at least I picked the right way. Right.
Souls Eater Mitty. Very interesting.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
So you can't go that way, I'm assuming? No? Okay. Let's just go in.
At least I picked the right way. Yeah.
Do you mean the right way? Oh, you picked it. Yeah, you did this. Right, this is where the key goes.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Ah, it doesn't open it.
The Walking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay.
What did they say?
You're right. Yeah. So we can't. Apparently we can't go that way. So where do we go?
Probably going to be a key under like a object or something.
Yeah. So that's obviously a missing poster. Right. I'm just gonna scope the area out anyway. Obviously we can't go this way, but I want to check it out. What about this one? Oh, there you go. Investigating
Crawling through
the
the barn door
area.
used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
So we got, is this a car yet? We got a car, we got a bicycle. Pretty basic garage, would you say? There's like 3 bikes, well 2 bikes on the wall, one over here. You've got an actual vehicle here. Obviously we can't touch this one. Some kind of, what would you say that is? Freezer, yeah? It's open though. Alright, so we got hacksaw. Okay.
Could use that hacksaw, really.
Yeah, well, it's not hacksaw, it's a saw, isn't it? A hacksaw's where it's electrical. So, alright, let's go up here.
For the first time in years.
So this is based in January 2010, I'm assuming? Or is this when the event took, when this house has last been properly used, do you reckon? Because it did say, didn't it? Because when you actually go onto the map here, it says Lewis died in 2010. Right, okay. That's cool.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, takeaways are pretty
Or
good.
how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Okay, now, there's a lot of fish there, isn't there, for the cat?
No, they said they were started working for a fish thing.
Oh,
So they bring fish
see,
back.
there you go. I'm
They all
glad you're with me.
They all got
So
sick
you
of
actually-
eating salmon except
Yeah.
for the cat, Molly.
Ah, so they all ate salmon.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile, too many teeth.
Wouldn't you get bored of eating fish every day?
That's what they said.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
And then we have some kind of name here. Edie. That was one of the Edie. That was one of the people that
So that
My mom was
was on the tree, wasn't it?
Imagine great grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
So that was a grandma, great grandma. Nice little view. I do like this as like it's first person. I think it's pretty cool like this. Do you think?
Yeah.
That's a better view. Look at that. Alright, let's get on with this game. So I'm assuming we
Even
can't
the
turn.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house after it sank.
Can't turn the TV on now. Right, so we need a key to go down into that little area there. I'm not going to go down there just yet. We're going to scope this area out still. I think we've got some areas to explore. So we're going to check that out in a minute. Oh no.
Men built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Alright. Well, we're not going to play that again just in case someone creeps up from behind us. So we've been here. Okay, let's go this way. Got some mail, missing poster.
But she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
So is Milton the one that's gone missing? Obviously, yeah. And is he... How old was he when he went missing again? Has it told us that yet? Right, we're going to find that out, I'm assuming. Got Milton. So it says he's died in 2003, is it? 1991 to 2003. So they did find him.
No, they've just written a date to say that he's died.
So they haven't actually found him yet. They've just kind of assumed he's died. Okay, fair enough. So what do you reckon we do? Do you reckon we go downstairs here? That's if we've got a key, obviously. Do we go down there, or do we... So you want to go upstairs? Right, let's go upstairs. Can we go upstairs? Yeah.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Nah, this is gonna be some creepy shit, man. What the fuck is that? Definitely like, what's it called? The Addams Family. That looks like, what's his name? The Uncle Fester. Yeah, looks like Uncle Fester.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I like the shark patterns though. I think that's pretty nice decoration. It's a bit creepy that it's empty, like, obviously.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Can we use that?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Nah, we're not gonna go there just yet. Do we? So the thing is about games like this, I don't know when it's just an optional room or when you go to the next bit to the story. So I think this bit I'm not gonna go to just yet. I'm just gonna look around. So we obviously can't go in that room, I don't think. Or can we?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So this was Molly's room. Interesting. So this is quite an old building then, isn't it? Compared
like
to
they just made loads and loads of rooms and just kept them to how they was when the people died.
Yeah.
Bit like a container house.
Yeah.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay, so this was like a painting room. Interesting. This is when Edie died. It was 2010. Okay. About this one.
My grandpa
1961.
Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
So, let me get this right. He spent 7 years
I was thinking.
sleeping next to a corpse. Bro, that is some dark shit, man. If that's what, obviously, it is the case, like, you know what I mean?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Why is that person's room got a toilet?
Is this not... Oh, it is an actual person's... Weird. So they've got their own personalised bathroom, innit? Fair enough. Each to their own, innit?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch. So I'm assuming she was an actor, one of their family members. Oh, another staircase to the attic. Okay.
You know, shit always goes down in attics.
Yeah.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until
A child
my
star.
mom grew out of it.
That makes sense then. She died in the 60s.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Okay. So the options we've got at the moment. We go in the attic, go in the peephole, or we go down to the cellar. Which one?
I don't think you should go in the peephole yet. Because that's what that key was for that Mum gave him.
So the peephole room, yeah? This one.
No, I don't think you should go.
Which one? You mean the one downstairs? Which
I
one?
said, I don't think you should go into the peephole one yet because the key that unlocked it was the one that Mum gave him.
Right.
So there's going to be something interesting in that room.
Okay. So we go in this attic. What's the one basement?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
If
this?
you can even get it.
We've done that one, haven't we? We've done this. How do we get out of this? That's how we do that. Okay.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay, so we can't actually get into that room, which is good. I'm glad we can't get into that room.
Which is good.
Because I actually don't... I prefer the attic to the basement, if I'm honest.
Yeah, because basements are always awful.
The attic, you can actually... I don't know, I just think the attic is less of a danger zone. Yeah. Do we go in the attic now then? Not saying the attic won't be fucking
Mom was
dangerous.
locked up there for stairs on the night we left.
Alright.
You've got to go into the cabine.
Okay, so we can't go into the attic, we can't go into the basement. We've done every other room, I think, haven't we? I think we've done every other room, haven't we? We've gone downstairs and done everything, yeah.
I think so. Just double check if you
Nah, I think we've done it all. Right, let's go into this room. Let's do it.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
It's got another whole other room.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Saving, nah. If it's a savings slot, you always know that
I
something's
grew up
going to
looking at
happen.
Mommy's room through the peephole.
Right. So obviously that's This is like some kind of secret room, I'm assuming. Okay. So we've come from, let's look in this drawer.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Okay, so we're playing as Molly now in 1947.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
That's disgusting. But each to their own.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Got our own little goldfish.
I thought about eating crystal, but I held
No. You guessed that, didn't you? So we can't go. It's all misty. Okay.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night.
Yeah, that's probably what killed her, if I'm honest. Okay, we're in the forest still.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
So you're gonna say you've eaten the
It was
bird.
a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
You fell out the window.
I was a cat.
Okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Okay. Right, where's this bird gone? There it is.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Interesting.
Rabbits. and seen mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
How hungry is this kid?
Apparently they can turn into an animal.
A mama rabbit.
And she's a bit savage.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? This is an interesting game. Am I right?
Chalk would be dead.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Okay.
juicy seeds.
That's how you meant to grab this seal then.
I tore off my flipper and it tasted really good.
I see, yeah.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Turn into a snake now, yeah? Interesting. Okay, so we don't go that way. Which way are we meant to go?
You're not supposed to go the way you're going.
No, it's not letting me move that way for some reason. Ah, that's
There was
how.
a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Can I hear a drunken person?
Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer.
It was a pup.
Where is it?
Where is it?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know. I will be delicious.
Okay. Interesting. That's got to be the weirdest, most random story I've ever.
Well put together.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure
Yeah.
Edie would have.
I mean, it is well put together, but it is a bit strange. It's a bit random, innit? Okay. So I'm assuming what is going on here is we have to relive these stories of what's going on, and through each character we obviously we have to play as them so that we can complete their little storyline. So that is pretty interesting. It's a bit of a random story, but it's an interesting
Obvious
one.
later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Okay. So do we now have another save file?
The room was like a museum.
That's Odin. Right, so that would be the next storyline. Okay.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Okay. This is what we've seen from the
The
outside.
only
Isn't
trace
it?
Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It was a pretty big trace.
Okay. There's a secret in the bathroom by Sven and
There's a
Edith
secret in this
Finch.
bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Pretty cool.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Ooh, claustrophobia. Right. Can we go back? So I feel that that's the next bit to the storyline. So we want to go to that Odin storyline.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Okay.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
How do you sail away with that house?
I'm assuming the house collapsed from the land. So he was at that's what I think happened anyway. You know, he was by a coastline and the sea basically got his house on him and sent him to the bottom of the sea. That's the only way that I can see that. Do you know what I mean?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore in their new home, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in a new family cemetery.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, so that's his story. We didn't get a whole section then, did we? You know, like we did with that, was it Edie? Molly. We didn't get that with Odin for some reason, but we did mark that off. So at least he's been sorted now. Right, let's go down this dead claustrophobic little area. Milton. Okay.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about it.
I will go up there in a second. way in a minute. I think that's for the next bit, so we'll go up here.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Okay, so we've got a foot with a cast on.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Do you wait for this to stop? Not quite sure what to do here. What do you reckon? Do we carry on swinging or?
Is there no way that you can get off it when it stops?
No.
I think Calvin always...
Ah, that's why. You have to do it faster. He went over the edge.
That day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that. Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
That tree branch is going to fall off.
The day he made his money flow. And he didn't.
That's sad. Why would you put a swing right by there, though?
The story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Man.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
So Sam was on a swing and he wanted to try and
The
fly.
passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crack.
gotta be another way out of here.
She played her part beautifully. From inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Well,
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
well, you know, it was well put together, wasn't it? Happy birthday, Barbara. Okay.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Alright, so now what? A lot darker, isn't it? Do you think?
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Interesting. What do you think?
Interesting how the comic knew even though that they weren't there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I like how well they've put together this whole game.
Yeah, definitely.
But it cost a
Mom's
lot.
basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay. So, I don't think we can go back that way, can we?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive the evening. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
What's she eating?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Peaches.
Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Okay.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a week, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Got ran over by a train. Down. Okay.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
So did we go down there? Yeah.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Is that peanut butter?
Yeah.
You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Maybe not that old. But yeah.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
So that's when Walter died?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think if people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look in the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Which way?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine. 2 had been my fault.
Burpy, derpy, chirpy, furpy, lurpy, zerpy. Great imagination, guys. What do you
Sven
think?
built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
So we got Barbara Finch, born October 31st, 1944, died October 31st, 1960. Walter Finch, born August 26th, 1952, died March 31st, 2005. Okay, Edith Finch, born April 8th, 1917, died December 5th, 2010. And Sven Finch, born June 17th, 1915, died August 26th, 1964. And they've all got their little individual signs and icons in it. Pretty cool.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Okay. So I'm assuming we're going back from there, aren't we? Yeah, we can't go, obviously, can't go down that way.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
We go back down this way.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Okay. So we'll read these ones because we've read the other ones. We've got Gus Finch, born June 20th, 1969, died November 8th, 1982. Sam Finch, so he's got like some kind of Twizzler thing. It'd be like a wind, what do they call them, wind hand Twizzler things. No idea. So you got Sam Finch, born April 25th, 1950, died July 16th, 1983. Got an American flag. And then we have Gregory Finch, born January 12th, 1976, died December 19th, 1977. Got a couple more graves
She
here.
lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Lewis Finch. Well, you can't really see that one. Sanjay Kumar, born September 6th, 1966, died February 22nd, 2002. Right, okay. So this is all a graveyard.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
So she's pregnant.
Yeah, 22 weeks pregnant. Can we climb up that? No. Oh, there's a ladder here, that's why. Is that not a ladder? So are we meant to be going down this way? No? Ah, there's the ladder. Of course there is.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Don, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Ah, there you are.
I'll never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Nothing quite like doing that sound.
Aw.
Oop, a little more gas in the tank, I guess.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail with deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Let's see. Maybe.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong. Great shot, Don! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
It's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Well, that's how he died.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Right, so we're getting pretty near to the end of this. Well, not the end, but I'd say it's about halfway through now. Could be a long way off yet, do you know what I mean? But I still think there's a bit of a way to come.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot. I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry yet.
Dear Carrie, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. like you'd want me to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's really sad, that. Okay. Get to the next bit. Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now hear down to husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here, but Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad would crudely make. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Another tragic ending, man.
She never talked about it, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Okay. It's currently nearly 9:30 p.m. on the game, obviously. So raise flag, breakfast, quiet time, duties. Routine, okay.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay, that's where we've just been.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
That's pretty neat, you know.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch and the Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
No.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone was told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
Trophy earned. A closer look. Cool.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him had gone. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have no names. He knew it was all in his head. He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. A whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Louis Topi. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke of the cannon. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louis. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from Canada. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisville, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
That's pretty neat, this.
He followed the sound of her silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Became a god, by any chance?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one trucking sand, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. We began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Damn. Okay.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know this story.
My children are dead because of your story. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. When I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try.
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up. She was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't want to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think it would be that short, but you know, trophy earned, everything ends. Perfect, we got another trophy. I didn't think it would last that long, to be honest. I didn't think it would only last 2 hours, but it's a great way to come back, you know. Nice little short storyline. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut this in half. I might cut this in half just so that it prolongs it a little bit, but it's alright, isn't it? Game's alright. I thought it was a horror because it said on there that it was horror related, but it turned out to be an actual beautiful story, to be fair. Instead of it being a horror, it was deep. It was a horror in a way because it showed how each one died. Do you know what I mean? Trophy earned, thanks Johan. Okay, that's another trophy. These are all the people that made the game. I think it's all pretty cool. I think the storyline was very good. I thought it was all put together very, very good compared to some games I've played, you know what I mean? That's actually very realistic, very interesting to play.
It was really well put together.
Like I said, I'm going to probably put this in half. It's only 2 hours long, but I'm going to put this together as a part 1 and part 2. Put it on my YouTube. Like I said, I'm going to upload onto YouTube. Sort it out to be a gaming content. That's what it's all about now. I am going to be getting rid of all the other videos that I've made about things non-related gaming, but definitely something to end on. Well, that was really interesting. The thing is, at the end as well, Edith Finch, the plot twist was that Edith Finch died as well. She died in 2017. And it was some kid that was reading the diary of Edith Finch. So interesting why the uncle was underneath the house though for 30 years. Don't know why that was the case. The replay a story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. So we got everyone. Each story was very interesting. They all had different stories. You know, Calvin one was quite sad because he was obviously wanting to be an astronaut and he had a swing and he swung himself into the ocean. You know, Edie died in 2010. Don't know how Edith died in the end, 2017. The mother died in 2016. She fell ill apparently. I think that's all pretty cool, in all honesty. Right, I'm going to leave it there as our first walkthrough. Didn't think I'd be finishing it all today, considering I've only played 2 hours of it. But it was a nice little short storyline to go off. Got a bit of engagement at the start as well. That was pretty cool, considering I hardly get anything on Twitch. But like I said, the more the merrier on Twitch. But if I don't get it, then it's all going to be on my YouTube channel and my TikTok. Well, TikTok is usually for Fortnite. I might post short little clips of the walkthroughs, but we will see. Right, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.